Keeble always makes things exciting, as does Thomas Naveau. Field set, going to the green. Green, racing into turn number 1. Tulecki with the wheel. He's up into second spot, but it's Bonilla with the early lead. Gotta watch yourself coming down here into turn number 2 and 3. He's able to get through cleanly. No one yet in the top 10 or top 15 out onto the grass. Carr goes for an off-road excursion. That's tough to go on the outside of there with the grass and the pavement, the alternating grass pavement all the way through over to turn number 4. Everybody's settling in. Bonilla takes the early lead. Tulecki into second, and one of the Kart Republic drivers up into P3.
Yeah, Thomas Naveau and Brandon Carr couldn't have had opposite stories in the opening lap. Carr a bit under-aggressive, as we see DeTulio making a move on Stephen Miller. He'll bring Norberg by, but Naveau very aggressive, ends up paying off. Carr almost a bit under-aggressive on the outside, gets shuffled off. He drops outside the top 10 as we put lap 1 in the books.
Oh, but Brandon Carr is from Sheffield, and that's the capital city of the steel-making industry in the United Kingdom, so he's going to need to show some of that steel nerve now as he fights his way back up from, where is he? He is only, he's down in 12th place on the opening lap.
Yeah, a couple of Sodi Kart drivers driving with the swivel heads there, looking around the corner, coming from 1 to 2. That's Haynes and I believe Keeble trying to figure out what they got to do. They've got Massimino right there with them. More contact. Look at this. How about 3 wide coming through? And yeah, not surprising. That is Norberg around. That is Ryan Norberg around, coming out of the carousel through turn number 5 and 6 over to 7. He got shuffled up. That was just 2-3 wide coming out of the inner loop.
But it's certainly Norberg, and they have come round, Jackson and Norberg, but Norberg 28th.
It just did not work. Obviously, you can see he was trying to get himself back around to the corner. Someone got into the back and spun him around. He was essentially, when you're backwards looking at everybody else come by, you know it's not going to be good. Luckily, he didn't get driven over top of.
We still have, I'm going to have a quick check further back to see where Ryan Norberg is. He
Pass
was
for second.
28th, and he's now up to 26th.
Diego Ramos able to get through on Thomas Naveau.
And what we say at the very top about Bonilla able to let everything happen behind him, it's a 1.4 second lead for Donovan Bonilla already. He was a 10th quicker than Ramos on the last lap, although Harley Keeble, the fastest driver on the racetrack.
Yeah, and again, Haynes and Massimino aren't too far back. The good news for him, if he loses another spot, is Harley Keeble takes over third.
Does it again. Another purple lap for Harley Keeble, 47.602, a full 0.2 faster than Bonilla, and there's the pass. He gets it done down to the end of the straightaway. The problem right now is it's a 2.2 second lead for Donovan Bonilla. I feel like I'm back in Las Vegas in November.
Dalton Haynes and Paulie Massimino have caught Nick Tulecki. This is about to start to open up the battle for the edge of the top 5. Let's see down to turn number 4. Where would Dalton Haynes make the move? In turn 4, and he gets through. Nice and easy for the 15 car.
It looks like Diego Ramos putting some good laps in here at the final circuit. He was about a tenth and a half quicker than Naveau on the final circuit. Here's that scrap further on to the inside of the top 10. Look at this. This is Tulecki going at it with Haynes, and indeed Massimino goes through for the 5th position. Tulecki 6th, and now Haynes out into 7th. So Paulie Massimino elbows up to try to get himself into the top 5. Tulecki having a great run. He'll have a look over the shoulder coming out of turn number 8. Defensive line in. Big outside in here. Oh, and Haynes is going to throw it to the bottom as well. They'll work their way up over. Not enough. Here comes the win, though. The victory at X30 Senior. Donovan Bonilla wins for Allison Performance Group.